Blah blah is disrespectful and I can't trust him anymore. He is rude and I am mad at him. I used to trust him and I used to do everything with him, but now I don't even know him. I thought we were so close, but now we are like a wall and some soda. Different.
When we first heard about the incident, we were overwhelmed. We were grieved about the situation.
Of course, we felt very violated and hurt and angry.
We were a little bit confused as to how to approach the situation and how to handle things from there.
April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and every year the Children's Advocacy Project in Casper places a pinwheel on their front lawn for every child that walked through their doors in the past year. 249 cases in 2012 alone. In Wyoming, 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys will be sexually abused before the age of 18. Hi, I'm Keith Garlick, and I'm here today to talk about the Children's Advocacy Project. The Children's Advocacy Project, or CAP, is a private nonprofit program dedicated to ensuring that child victims of abuse have access to quality services.
CAP is making Wyoming a better place, and safer too.
Prior to CAP, there was no team in place to coordinate the investigation of child abuse cases. The absence of an investigative team led to less than ideal procedures that often required the children to relive and retell their trauma before the healing process could begin. CAP brings together a multidisciplinary team of committed agencies and individuals who work together to provide comprehensive services for victims of child abuse. Thus, CAP minimizes the trauma experienced by these children and aids in breaking the cycle of abuse.
If I had to describe CAP, I would say that it's vital, it's necessary, and it's helpful. There's a team, and that team brings us together because we're all there for the same purpose. We're all there to make sure that children are safe.
If CAP went away because of a lack of funding, we would be in a world of hurt. We, as law enforcement officers, are good at interviewing suspects. We've not been trained in how to forensically interview a child victim. For us to try to accomplish that, or to try to mimic what they do on a daily basis, would be a nightmare for us.
When we heard about CAP, it was almost like we were given hope. CAP has definitely lifted the burden from us to feel like we're not in this alone, but we're in this together.
The first time I came to CAP, I was a little kind of shy and scared.
A lot of the kids come in here and they are scared, and once they are seen by our interviewers, it's like a weight is lifted off their shoulders, and they come out smiling.
It's private, secure, and no jailsman who can break out can get in here. That's 3 things.
If CAP went away, I think that the cases would go back to where they were before CAP came. They would have to, children would have to be interviewed at the police department or the Department of Family Services, and children would have to be interviewed, in a comfortable, or an environment that's not comfortable like CAP is, and just they wouldn't have the training of the forensic interviewers. It just would not be as good for the children and for the families.
If CAP went away, I think that would be a very big loss to the community and a big loss to the whole system of investigating and prosecuting the child sexual abuse allegations that get reported every year.
CAP is needed because there is 1 in 4 girls that are being abused, and there is 1 in 6 boys being abused. It's a rising percentage of children who are being abused, and if CAP wasn't here, nobody would be addressing these cases, and we get to work as a team together to address these and be effective and efficient and for the better of the child.
I wouldn't want to imagine what it would be like without CAP. The trauma of the issue is bad enough, but then the whole overwhelming thought of the process of how it's dealt with, without having an advocate to walk us through the process and to stand in our stead, would be truly overwhelming, and I wouldn't want to imagine not having CAP to be our advocate and to be our voice.
CAP is a necessary tool for the Natrona County District Attorney's Office to prosecute child sexual assault and physical injury cases. It gives us our best evidence and best case to succeed. You know, I'm sure we would still do our best efforts in Wyoming if we didn't have CAP. Our success and our ability to protect our children would not be as great. This collaborative effort is very effective at dealing with the multifaceted tragedies of childhood abuse. But it all begins with the financial support of the community. CAP does receive limited state and federal funds, but it is the local donors like you who make this a reality. I have been donating financially to CAP for 5 years, and I choose to continue to support this organization because as a former guardian ad litem and parents attorney, I've seen firsthand the devastation that can be caused by childhood abuse. I'm also convinced that the money spent by CAP helps protect our children and helps the healing process begin for these childhood victims of abuse. So join me in supporting CAP in their effort to continue to protect the children of our community.
People who are like me or my other girls in my group, they should really come to CAP, and if someone sexually abused them or their friend, tell an adult.
Thought I saw you jump a Utah train, but I could not say, heard you tried to keep your hat on a shelf.